Hi, welcome to For Construction Pro's Top 10 Most Read Stories of the Week. I'm Larry Stewart with ForConstructionPros.com.
I'm Jessica Lombardo, and I'm editor of Asphalt Contractor Magazine. And I'm going to start us off this week with the number 10 most read story. Infrastructure has been the talk of the news for the past couple months since Biden has introduced his American Jobs Plan. And this week, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, he talked in an event with Punchbowl News and AEM about how Congress should be getting some real movement on the infrastructure bill this month, since Biden said he wants to see something before Memorial Day. So check out that article.
Yeah, I hear that they're pushing to get something done before Congress starts focusing on the next election cycle. So number 9 on the list is ground penetrating radar saving a historic 280-year-old New Hampshire church renovation time and money. Project stories, the architect's use of GPR early in the planning process helped ensure excavation wouldn't disturb any graves, and it also minimized risks of encountering ground conditions that would delay or add cost to that project.
So the number 8 story is proactive safety practices reduce recordable incidents in construction by up to 85%. So for Construction Safety Week, the Associated Builders and Contractors Association, they released 2021 Safety Performance Report, and that details the substantial improvements proactive safety practices that have outlined the ABC STEP system have delivered.
Yeah, interesting to see some results of getting proactive on safety. Number 7 on the list, engineering and construction costs climbed for the 6th consecutive month in April. Costs for engineering and construction materials rose, pushing the IHS Market Engineering and Construction Cost Index down 7 points to 72.4. That index is a leading indicator for wage and material inflation in construction and engineering, and any reading above 50 indicates rising prices. And I've also just recently reported on a forecast in the industry where Anirban Basu is expecting a pretty strongly inflationary future here still this year.
Number 6 is a similar forecasting tool. It's the 2021 State of the Construction Industry Report that we actually released at the beginning of the year. And while we're well into 2021, the industry is still kind of feeling some uncertainty that 2020 has left behind. So this report details industry experts from several construction industry associations, and they share their views on what they expect to see in the industry for the rest of the year.
So number 5 on the list is the top 5 rental and construction industry trends to watch in 2021. As the industry becomes more competitive and the market shifts, here are some trends to consider, suggestions on how to harness growing needs for protective equipment, efficiency technology, qualified labor, mobile access to remote sites, and effective use of construction management software to improve profits.
So the number 4 article is benefits of using live bottom trailers to haul asphalt. So this is the article that I covered for Asphalt Contractor Magazine. These trailers, they've been around for a while, but the popularity of them is starting to increase, mainly because the safety benefits. These trailers, they can't tip over. They have a live bottom that kind of feeds the asphalt right back into the paver. So check out this article to see more benefits of using these trailers on your job sites, including increased productivity.
Live bottom trailers were kind of a regional thing for a long time, right? Has their use in geography expanded?
So they are expanding, and all the experts I talked to said that, once you see one on a job site, more contractors start buying those type of trailers because they see the benefit. So it's regional in popularity because it's like one pops up, then another, then another, and then another, because people just aren't sure what they are until they see them.
Yeah, interesting too that you eliminate the risk of contact with overhead power lines and things. Number 3 on the list is Ford's F-150 technology that increases towing and hauling safety. Ford's adding scales to its half-ton pickup trucks, if you can believe that, to solve the most common challenge to hauling safety, overloading. Onboard scales and a smart hitch that not only measure bed payload, but also trailer tongue weight. It's sort of a testament to how inexpensive weight sensors and that have gotten in manufacturing now. The truck offers a readout on weights in the bed and on the tongue on its center touchscreen. It also offers that information on your smartphone through the Ford Pass app, and they've added LED graphics to the tail lamps on the truck, and there's a sequence of lights on there that'll tell you where you are relative to the maximum load.
The number 2 article Larry had mentioned earlier, his forecast on inflation and a tough transition to post-COVID economy ahead for construction. So like we mentioned earlier, it's clear people still are uncertain what the rest of the year will bring. And this is the second forecasting report in the news this week. And as Larry mentioned, Arnaban Vestu with the Sage Policy Group, he said in this report that he does expect construction spending growth for 2021, but it will not return to pre-pandemic levels this year. He also predicts inflation that could force the Federal Reserve to tighten policy more aggressively than they planned.
Yeah, big developments there. It's kind of interesting when you think about it. It's really about a timing thing. You know, we're still kind of recovering from the pandemic, and that's going to go on for a while. We're in this in-between stage where infrastructure spending money hasn't come, and you know, by all intents, is not going to come until 2022. We're in a constrained supply, increasing demand kind of environment where costs are going up like crazy. So it's going to be an interesting year. So number 1 on the list is OSHA's 11, which I thought was a really smart headline. There are 11 enforcement changes coming to construction job sites near you. The Biden administration appointments to OSHA leadership are committed to doubling inspector staff, clarifying status of the National Emergency Temporary Standard, which has been paused for the time being, but being considered for being brought back. Address the 47% of construction workers who've not yet received COVID-19 vaccinations and the construction skills shortage, and take advantage of construction's accelerating digital revolution. Get some insights into the agency's effort in these areas with this story here. And with that, that's our list. Thank you so much, Jess, for being with us.
Thanks, Larry. Have a great week.
You too. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this list. We'll see you next week.